you guys read the title. This is some real Rocket League tips. Now, I'm not the best player, but I surely know how to get through the game. Because I am what you would call, well, let's just say, a season 2 player. So, I'm pretty good. Let's start off with Striker. Obviously, training. Do Striker Rookie, which isn't really that hard. If you know the tutorial, just try and hit the ball in the air until you're completed with all those. And then, try to do Pro, which gets a little bit harder. I wouldn't suggest this for people that, well, I mean, it's pretty easy. Next is Striker All-Star. I would recommend this for people that know how to just hit a moving ball into the goal. I don't know why I didn't hit that. No, don't just try to accomplish this. And sometimes it does that, which is too bad. But I mean, that's life. But don't just try and complete it. Realize that you're doing this to help yourself. Then do goalie. You just need to hit it, and then after 1 second, the ball will disappear. So you just need to hit it out of your goal, because all these shots are centered towards your goal. See, that's obviously going to go in. But you just need to hit it, and then wait 1 second. And then, once you've completed that, try Rookie. Rookie. Pro. And that, so, there's gonna be more. Yes, this map. If you're a competitive player, I recommend you learn what an aerial is, which I'm gonna give you some tips. Now, this is good because you're just hitting the ball with the aerial. That's all you're doing. You're not trying to get into the goal, which is fairly good. And then there's training packs, which some of you may have. Minors won't have that. I don't know. There's some sort of setting. But I do recommend those. And in future videos, I will make some packs in the description that I like to use for All-Star Advanced. What I call the Platinum Group, the Champion Group, and Supersonic Legend Group. Gosh dang it. But, yeah, this can get pretty hard. And am I even on All-Star? I don't think I'm even on All-Star. Yep. But if you're really looking for good aerials just to hit the ball, try All-Star. And if you don't hit the ball, you lose. Oh my gosh, these are actually pretty tough. Oh my gosh. But anyway, once you're done with those, try going into free play and doing these tricks. And also, there is the mod bench set. There is the mod bench section. It should be at the top right. There's a reset button. There's a send the ball towards the goal button, which I was spamming. And then there's a pass button where it throws the ball towards you. If you just throw it, it's gonna come towards you, depending on the Y level or whatever. And then this one, it's launching in the air. This is good for aerial. And then there's put in front of you. And then there is a top, which, what's this? And then here's the list of skills. So first we're gonna go with minor. So first is power shots. It's not really well, you wouldn't say it's a skill. We would call this just like, let's call this basic. So, a power shot is when the ball is coming at you. I don't care if it's fast, if it's slow. You just need momentum, and from your side of the field, which, like, see how it splits, ball spawns. Yeah, well, from your side of the field, you just need to be able to hit it. So do the pass button, like get far, do the pass button, and just hit it and see if it goes on the other side of the field real quick. And now, that's the first. Next is kickoffs. Kickoffs is basically spawning from any of these spots and just, well, sort of being able to get to the ball, and you have to hit it into the goal. And now, from here, this is probably the hardest one to hit it into the goal from, like, these 45-degree angles. But, trust me, it's worth it. And then, there's over here, which if you just boost into it, well, you used to, if you just boosted into it, used to get sent flying up there, like way higher. Oh my gosh, that actually looks sick. Well, it used to get sent way higher, and it would have just been rough. And then it would bounce back. But those are the rookie skills. Next, well, no, there's a couple more. Next, there's dribbling, which would be this: just keeping the ball in front of you, low speed, and you can just sort of drive it into the goal. Now, how many components are this? What is a component? Well, what I call a component is a skill, what you can do with it. Well, a component with this is a cut, which is basically, in this scenario, like, you're dribbling it a little past the goal, which will fix that, and go to the side, and just chuck it in like that. Or, it's good for juking, because, like, say they come straight from the ball, then you put it to the side. It's also good for more precise dribbles. And, well, yeah, that would be that. the basic skills. And there's also a flick, which is more useful in a certain type of dribble, which I will explain. But if you flip, it'll give it a little shot boost, like normal speed. And then flick. Once you're at max speed and the ball starts rolling, that you don't really need to do flick. But once it starts rolling, it's fast enough, and you can just let it go or defend. Now, we're getting into the more advanced stuff. Next is head dribbles. Keeping the ball on the top of your car, it is good, and I'll tell you what it's good for, and its components. What it's good for is, say the enemy has one more goal, and it's almost overtime. Overtime is, well, say you have one goal and the enemy has one goal, and it's about to become overtime. Overtime is when two teams have the same goal, and then the time runs out, and then whoever gets the next goal wins the game. Well, then they score a goal on you, and then it doesn't become overtime. They win once the time's out. Well, what can you do? Well, the time is at 1 second. If the ball is in the air, this is a normal Rocket League mechanic, if the ball is in the air, the time will go to 0, and it will stay there. The game will not end as long as the ball's in the air. Right when it touches the ground, though, the game's gonna end. So, that is basically what that can be done. That's what can be done. Then, so you can't just do a normal dribble in the goal because it's touching the ground, but you can do a head dribble, a little more advanced. I would consider this for the platinum group. Well, not platinum. From bronze to platinum, you should at least know this at platinum, like how to do it. And what it can be used for is what is called a flick. In fact, there are famous YouTubers for Rocket League that post their own name and they put flick, like the somebody flick, which we will get into. But anyway, how you do a flick is the ball's on top of your car, and the back of your car, like the bottom of your car, hits, just straight on top. The back of your car hits the ball, and then it gets sent a little bit. And now, how do we get it? And that's one of the components. And this is the new type of dribbling I was talking about. Now, how do we get it onto our head? We can't just use these like cheat commands in normal games. Well, once we have it at a dribble, stop, boost. Well, once we have it at a dribble, slow down, slowly, stop, and then it's like just very complicated. So try and make it like a cut sort of form, and just try and get under the ball, and then hold it. And then what I want you to do is go in a game, get some momentum, and then get some momentum, generally feathering boost, and then just get the ball on top, and then just dribble it to the goal. Now we have aerialing, which has a own training pack for it. And aerialing is the second part of Rocket League. It has literally like half of the tricks, half the components, and it is mainly what Boost is for, to be honest, because you can't do air stuff without Boost. So, aerialing is when the ball is in the air, and so you see this Boost. It sends you pretty fast. We'll get back to aerialing. We're gonna call this the Supersonic Legend key. Well, the Supersonic mode key. And you see this like aura behind your car? This is supersonic. Once you go super fast, then people just hold boost, they go straight through the wall. And once you have supersonic, this is basically the max speed you can go. But if you get to supersonic, don't spam your boost. If you just let go, you'll hold it for a really long while. Look, we can probably go across the field with this. Okay, we're at supersonic. Just let go of boost. Just went across the field. If you make slight turns, you can keep it. But once you go up a ramp, it's not gonna stay. But that's the Supersonic Legend key. And that's what Boost does, basically. It propels you. Now, it is strong enough to hold your car in the air. We're gonna call this Air Keep. Air Keep is when you jump and you look upward or anywhere, let's say from a 45 degree angle, like from here to here. If you boost, you will keep yourself in the air. Now, you just found this game-breaking discovery. And what are you gonna do with it? Well, actually, so Air Keep, it has one component to get used to. One component? I thought you said this is half the game. Well, there is aerialing and Air Keep. Air Keep is being able to stay in the air, which is quite literally possible to do forever, depending on the game mode you're playing, which is a real Epic Games game mode. Then there's Air Roll, the component. So if you press a certain button, if you hold the certain button, like I think it's the reverse drive button in the air, and then you hold a direction, you will do this air roll instead of not holding it and just doing this. It looks cool, and it's just nice for like recoveries like this. And then there's the flips, which you learn in the tutorial. And then there's flips. Well, a speed flip, some people will call it. It's basically just getting faster with flips. Look, let's measure this. Let's go and hold boost. 1, 2. It takes about 2 seconds for us to get into Supersonic Legend. So 1. Just flipping is a substitute for boost that will be faster, and when you don't have boost, flipping is just faster. So if you flip at Supersonic Legend, and then feather it in the middle of the feather it in the middle of the flip, you'll get insane speeds. Now, aerialing. We're back here. Aerialing is air keeping while hitting the ball. What do I mean by this? Ball's in the air, boost up to it, hit the ball. You now know the other half of the game. And this is used in this is like required if you're gonna play like these 4 different game modes. Which is really used in soccer, Heat Seeker, hoops, and drop shot. It is very used in scenarios. But yeah, well, I mean, that's really it. But then the components of aerialing, I know you're all dying to hear. And then we'll do copy. Like, 2 worlds mixed in 1 stuff, but you'll understand what I'm saying. So, now we have pinching. No. Pinching should be pinching is just for platinum. I would suggest this for bronze, gold, or silver. I would suggest this for platinum, maybe late gold, or you've reached platinum before. But pinching is, so you know at the kickoff, like, say both people are going into the ball, and they both hit it at the same time, and then it just gets sent flying. That's a pinch. Say you had a rubber ball in your hand right now, and you pinched it in between your thumb and your index finger. Then it just got sent flying. That's basically what happens. So you can have it about to hit the wall, and you can hit it up between the wall, and it'll get sent flying. Sometimes that can be useful, like sending it into the goal. And now we have the speed flip a component. I forgot to tell you guys. On the kickoff, right when you run out of boost, flip forward. I don't care, as long as you're flipping towards the ball, you will always get first touch if you do it correctly, and the opponents don't do it. Now, that will be it for the platinum. Unless you want to be a tryhard, we'll say air dribbling. Air dribbling is aerial plus, well, no, we'll say this is not more advanced. I forgot one more thing. That isn't platinum. It's more like gold and silver. Hitting it off the wall. So say you got a dribble, we'll call this a wall off. Say you got a dribble on the wall, like you're dribbling up to the wall. What are you gonna do to stop going to the goal? You'll hit it off the wall. And now we have jumping wall offs, where say the ball is like not right there, it's right here. Then you'll go on the wall and you'll jump off and hit it. Now for air dribbling. Now air dribbling, I'm gonna need a training pack for it. But what I have to say is air dribbling is 3 different things in one. Air dribbling is aerial and wall off jump, and a dribble. So, and there are many different parts to this. You can look up a video. I'm not going to teach you how to do it. I'm just going to show you what it looks like and its components. Now, I'm not the best air dribbler, and I only have so many hours on this game. Now that doesn't mean like, oh, you can't play a lot on this game. No, it's the fact that I generally don't have enough practice. Even though I've been playing since Season 2, I don't play a lot. Until now, I've been getting better, and I've regained my range. But, so basically, the ball comes off to the wall. So you'll dribble it towards the wall like this. Say the ball is in front of me. You'll dribble it towards the wall. Then you'll hit it off the wall. You'll jump off the wall, do a jump off. And then here's the fun part. This is the carry. And you'll just sort of carry the ball like to the goal. Like, so you're basically dribbling it in the air and you're aerialing at the same time. Hopefully you guys get what I mean. You can watch a tutorial video on this. I am not going to tell you how to do it. There is a tutorial that is for more advanced. Oh, that looked clean. This is what an air dribble looks like from another view. It is very, very, very threatening. And now the components. The components. I have made one up personally. The ground pinch, which is basically when you air dribble it too low, and you pinch it with the ground, and it goes into the goal or anywhere. I don't care. And then there's a roof jump, where people go up when it's too high. They jump off the roof, and they continue the air dribble downward, like 45 degrees down. And then there's a flip reset. Now this is going to take some explaining. What is a flip reset? Why does it sound so cool? And why does it sound like I want to grow up and do this one day all the time? And why does it feel like every single YouTuber does it? Well, it's because it is very useful. And, well, how it works is, you see this part of your car? This, like, middle part? Well, when that touches, so say you go in the air, you flip, you can't flip again. It just won't work. And if you stay in the air for too long, you can't flip. So there is a solution where you can use it in an air dribble. So, of course there is like a flip to ball thing, but it is not very useful. It is for late saves, like this one. Say it's super far, and you jump too late. But flip reset is when you hit that part of your car on the ball. The game thinks that the ball is the ground, basically, and then you gain a flip, and then you can use it mid-air dribble, which I cannot do it. Then there's a roof pinch, same as ground pinch, basically, the roof. Then there's a double tap, which I almost just showed you. And, well, it's when the ball hits, like, the roof or the side, and ground pinch. Well, it hits the roof or the side or the like rim of the goal, and then you're so here. Let's make this a bit easier. Say the ball is like coming this way, and then you're right behind it. It bounces off the rim right here, and then comes this way, and you're right here still, and then it bounces off you into the goal. That is a flip and double tap, people. And I have rarely done it. And air dribbles. They also use air roll for special effect. They do not really pose a purpose. They look cool. So, and it's basically air key. Because you're staying in the air, and say you fail an air dribble, what do? You go right here, and you basically guard in front of it. And if you're behind it, don't move. And once you touch the ground, just continue the game. And yes, use your boost wisely. Okay, now I'm telling you guys how to do an air. I was supposed to be telling you the components and what it looks like. Now, let's see. There is wave dashing, which I don't know. Go check that out. I am going to look it up soon. And I'm going to make a separate video out of Airtable once I'm better, so you guys can feel better about yourselves. And I can feel better about myself for 2 reasons. 1, I know how to Airtable. 2, I taught a bunch of people how to Airtable. Maybe you should watch my video. Because I'll make it simpler, because I am still at that stage where I'm making mistakes and I can answer common questions. I'm sure YouTubers say that they've been through this phase. That was a double tap right there. I mean, it wasn't the best looking, but so YouTubers say they were in this stage, but they've gone past that now. They don't say that. I'm sure there's certain YouTubers that I do recommend. Like, quote-unquote Musty Cow. And then there is, this is not a sponsor, by the way, there is Spook Luke, or Spooky Luke, which has his own Discord server, which I am fairly a part of. Oh, my name is different. I am not giving away personal information. But then there's like a bunch of other players. And there's, what else did I want to tell you guys? I honestly don't know. Oh, I have one more tip. Hit the subscribe button. That'll get you better at Rocket. Well, it won't get you better at Rocket League, I will literally be honest. But you will get me more money, so I can honestly just get better skins that make me feel better. Get a diary to talk about my emotions, my stuff. I'm never going too far. And then hit the bell, which comes along with the subscribe button. Like that. And then that will get you, this will help you with Rocket League. The bell. The bell will honestly just notify you it will notify you when I make a new video, which I do like once every 2 weeks, twice a month. Not all of them are about Rocket League, but usually they are tips or glitches or things, which there are no current glitches that I know of for Rocket League. Remember this, don't look up infinite credit glitches, or like infinite game currencies, which I can't say. I don't want to. And well, practice these every day. I have one thing to say. Watch one of my videos each day, or Rocket League, whatever game you need help with. Tell me in the comments what game you would like me to do next. I'll say if I can verify it. And tell me what tips you would like to know in the comments. And maybe you can ask me what Discord server that I am a part of. And maybe I can invite you to my club, which is currently me. Or somebody invite me to a darn club. follow me on PSN. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Practice these daily. Watch one video a day, like I said. And practice each of these skills. Watch a video, probably watch an individual video that aren't mine on every single one of these skills. Some of them I just made a name for, which are pretty easy to make your own name for. You might find it on the web. You can see I'm boring, but and well, practice just each of these skills for 10 minutes a day, and the ones that you really want to learn for 20 minutes, and those that have components, every single one that has a component, add an extra 5 minutes or so. Do what you want. I don't care. Goodbye. See ya. Geronimo.